Hello and welcome to CMS Forex News. I'm market analyst Nick Nassad. Today is Thursday, June 11, 2009. Yesterday, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand kept its interest rate steady at 2.5%, though Governor Glenn Stevens, in his statement, said the rate could still move modestly lower over the coming quarters. Following the statement by the governor, the Kiwi fell lower against the yen. But after testing the 61 level, which was a support from earlier in the session, the pair bounced back upwards and continued climbing higher in overnight and New York trading today until it set an intraday high at 63.40. Stocks were higher around the globe in today's session, pushing up risk appetite, which we will see in the other pairs we discussed today. First though, let's take a look at one more release from Down Under. The Australian economy posted another better than expected report, this time coming from the labor market. The economy shed only 1,700 jobs in May, when expectations called for a 30,000 decline. Companies laying off fewer workers is of course a good sign for the economy and implies that Australia may recover faster than other developed nations. Still, the unemployment rate did climb to 5.7%, which may be a result of more people entering the labor force. The Aussie-US dollar pair rebounded from its fall yesterday, setting a new high for the week at 0.8235 in New York trading after a 200 pip rally. Yesterday's move in favor of the greenback now looks much more like a correction to the upward move in favor of higher yielders earlier in the week than it was a sign of dollar strength. In the US, retail sales rose 0.5%, slightly above expectations for the May period. It was the fourth time out of the last 12 months that sales increased. The report showed that gasoline sales, led by price increases, rose 3.6%, and that made up a big part of the overall increase. First-time claims for unemployment benefits fell 24,000 to 601,000 in the week ending June 6th, a better figure than was expected and the lowest level since January. However, the total amount of people continuing to receive benefits rose to 6.81 million, a new record high. So even as the pace of firings may be easing, those workers that have lost their jobs are finding it hard to land a new one. The euro-dollar pair shot up after the US releases, which, as we mentioned, helped to boost US stocks and increased risk appetite. The pair retested the area around 1.4150, though it managed to post a new high about 25 pips above that. The pair was setting up a triangle pattern, a sign of consolidation, but today's move has climbed above the resistance level, a sign that the bulls may be winning out. The greenback is being pressured by other factors as well, including concerns of a country's diversifying away from the dollar as a reserve currency and the extra debt that the Fed is issuing. The pound-dollar pair extended its gains against the greenback, continuing its rally that started on Monday after the pair found support at 1.58. We are now approaching the high from last week near 1.6650, which would wipe away the slide in the pound as a result of its political turmoil last week. How the pair behaves at the upcoming resistance level will reveal if the pound will extend its medium-term rally that has happened from April and May. The US dollar-Canadian dollar pair, a pair that falls in favor of the loonie during times of risk appetite and rising commodity prices, did so today. The gains seen in the pair yesterday were wiped out, though the pair found support from yesterday's low near 1.0950. Support last week was near the 1.08 level, so if risk appetite continues into tomorrow, there is a chance the pair may want to retest that level. Our final currency pair for today, the US dollar-Japanese yen, also saw a decline in the greenback. The pair is establishing what looks like a sideways trading range, with the pair bouncing between 97.30 and 98.50. US stocks rose today, though some of the higher gains in the main indexes were cut down in the final hour of New York trading. Tonight, New Zealand will release data on retail sales and food prices. Overnight, Japan will post a revised version of industrial production and a measure of household confidence. The Eurozone, meanwhile, will also post a report on industrial production. Tomorrow, the fundamental docket is light with only import prices and the UMISH consumer sentiment lined up to be released. And that wraps up today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us here at CMSFX.com, and happy trading.